Assalamualaikum, students and physics enthusiasts. Here's another problem application of the ideal gas law. For a fixed quantity of an ideal gas, the pressure P, volume V, and absolute temperature T may all change. What quantity always remains constant? Find out by joining me till the end of this video. Watch and learn. Here is the problem. When a research balloon is released at sea level, where the temperature is 15.0 degrees Celsius and the atmospheric pressure is 1.01 times 10 to the fifth power Pascal, the helium in it has volume 13.0 meter cube. Question letter A. When the balloon reaches an altitude of 32.0 kilometers, where the temperature is negative 44.5 degrees Celsius and the pressure is 168 Pascal, what is the volume of the helium? Question letter B. If this balloon is spherical, how many times larger is its radius at 32.0 kilometers than at sea level? When the helium balloon was released from its starting point or location, which is at sea level, the temperature of uh, the surrounding air, that's capital T sub 1, is 15.0 degrees Celsius, which is equivalent to 288 Kelvin. And we are assuming that um, the helium gas inside the balloon is already in thermal equilibrium with the surrounding air. So T sub 1 of 288 Kelvin, okay, is also considered the initial temperature of the helium gas in the balloon. And at this location, the pressure P1 is equal to the atmospheric pressure at sea level, which is 1.01 times 10 to the fifth power Pascal. And the volume of the helium gas inside the balloon, that's V sub 1, is equal to 13.0 meter cube. Right? So since helium gas is less dense than air, okay, the balloon rises, okay, to a higher altitude. And when it reaches an altitude of 32.0 kilometers, this is somewhere in the stratosphere of the Earth, okay, where the temperature of the surrounding air, that's T2, is equal to negative 44.5 degrees Celsius, okay, equivalent to 229 Kelvin. So we also assume that at this altitude, the helium gas in the balloon is also at thermal equilibrium with the surrounding air at that altitude. All right, so T sub 2 equal to 229 Kelvin is also considered the final temperature of the helium gas, okay, in the balloon. right? And at that altitude, the pressure P2 is much less than the pressure at sea level. So P2 is now 868 Pascal. Okay? Our target variable in part A is the volume of the helium gas in the balloon. That's denoted by capital B sub 2. Okay? What is the volume of the helium gas? Or what is the volume of the balloon when it is at an altitude of 32.0 kilometers? And in part B, our target variable is how many times is the radius of the helium balloon, okay, that's represented by R2, how many times it is larger compared to the radius of the same balloon when it is still at sea level. That radius of the balloon at sea level is represented by capital R sub 1. So by getting the ratio R2 over R1, we'll be able to determine how many times larger is the radius of the balloon when it is at an altitude of 32.0 kilometers compared to its radius when it is at sea level. For our solution, we are applying here the ideal gas law, all right, which states that for a fixed quantity of an ideal gas, the pressure P, volume V, and absolute temperature T may all change, but the quantity, pressure times volume divided by temperature, or PV over T, remains constant. Okay? So this statement can also be expressed mathematically as P sub 1 times B sub 1 divided by T sub 1 is equal to P sub 2 V sub 2 divided by T sub 2, right? And in part A, since our target variable is V sub 2, or the volume of the helium gas when it is at 32.0 kilometers, we have this working formula, okay, to calculate for V sub 2, right? So V sub 2 is equal to the product of P sub 1 and V sub 1 multiplied by T sub 2 all over the product of P sub 2 and T sub 1, which, when we substitute the quantities, we get V sub 2 equals 1.01 times 10 to the fifth power Pascal times 13.0 meter cube times 229 Kelvin all over 868 Pascal multiplied by 288 Kelvin. So when you do our math, we find that the value of V2, or the volume of the helium gas when the balloon is at 32.0 kilometers altitude, V2 being equal to 1.20 times 10 to the third power meter cube in 3 significant figures. All right? So, if you compare this with V sub 1, which is equal to 13.0 meter cube, V sub 2 is much greater, right? In answering the question in part B, we recall that the volume of a sphere is expressed in this equation. So volume V is equal to 4 over 3 or 4/3 times pi and multiplied by uh, the radius capital R raised to the third power. In other words, the radius R to the cube. Okay. So first, we determine the radius of the balloon when it is still at its position at sea level. So that radius is represented by capital R sub 1, right? If you're going to isolate uh, the radius R from this original formula, this is uh, the working equation, right? 4 over 3 becomes 3 over 4, or 3/4, which is in decimal is equal to 0.750 multiplied by V sub 1, right? This is the initial volume of the balloon, and then divided by the value of pi raised to the power 1 over 3, right? The power 1 over 3 is just the same as getting the cube root, right? Getting the cube root of this quantity. So completing our substitution, we get R1 equals 0.750 times the value of V1, 13.0 meter cube, and then divide it by pi. And the whole thing will be raised to the power 1 over 3, right? So when you do our math with the help of your cycle, we find the value of the radius R1 equal to 1.46 meter in 3 significant figures. Similarly, using the same formula, we also determine the radius of the balloon, capital R sub 2, when it is 32.0 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Okay? So R2 is equal to 0.750 times volume V2 divided by pi, and then the whole thing will be raised to the power 1 over 3. Right? So completing our substitution, R2 is equal to 0.750 times 1.20 times 10 to the third power meter cube. That's the value of V sub 2. Divide that by pi, and the result, of course, will be raised to the power 1 over 3, or we simply get the cube root, okay, of the whole quantities inside the bracket. So with the help of your cycle, we arrive at the value of capital R sub 2 equal to 6.59 meters in 3 significant figures as well. Okay, so this is the radius of the balloon when it is at an altitude of 32.0 kilometers. And since the question is how many times is the radius of the balloon larger when it is at 32.0 kilometers compared to its radius when it is at sea level. That means we will get the ratio R2 over R1, which is 6.59 meters divided by 1.46 meters. Of course, that will be equal to 4.51, okay? And we conclude that R2 is 4.51 times larger than R1. And that concludes our video tutorial for this topic. Let me say, mabuhay tayong lahat. Kita-kits sa susunod na kabanata. MashaAllah. Thank you very much for your indulgence. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alhamdulillah.